do I feel after a storm? I feel empty, hollow, like something can sweep past me. Ugh, so cheesy. How about I feel hollow, like something can seep through me, like after a good sneeze or a really good nap. How the room, maybe I should say bed, looks disheveled too. You know how when things look messy, they become all the more treasured. Like when the storm passes and leaves things scattered, it's a sign. But I don't like feeling like this. Like everything's changing except for me. Why can't I be as powerful as a storm? I want to fly, break, flood, sink. Try writing that one again. How about after a storm, I feel washed up. I wonder what it feels like to wash up on the beach, like a bottle can or wedding rings or a plastic balloon that actually looks like an IV bag. I should take that one out. Do you think it misses where it came from? Do you think it's secretly glad to leave? What does it mean when something washes up on the beach after a storm? Like broken branches from lonely trees, sea stars and starfish. Are those even the same thing? Kelp and seaweed, big rocks, little rocks, water that rushes up too high and far from the shore and recedes back. That was pretentious. How about after a storm, I feel excited to hear the songbirds chirping, telling me that it's over. The last few hours have been dramatic, but once a storm ends, it feels like peace is restored. There's a reason why we associate good weather with calmness. It's because it does not feel the need to show off. That makes one of us. It knows that whatever it presents is good enough. Sometimes I wonder why the rain must hurt. And then I remember the rain is hurting too. The rain cries out to us, the wind calls out and echoes, hoping we can listen. I like that I can put my fears away when the storm has paused. After a storm has passed, people emerge again. I always think about what can bring people together. Weather does a pretty damn good job of that. Just a writer. I mean, I guess I am a snack, but I'm just a writer. Please don't get closer to me. Ah! Where did you guys come from, and what is that drum?
Pelligal, Mr. Writer, एक तो हो लिया ड्रामा नहीं, दूसरी गल मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं play the which goodbye.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what you were saying, I also can't answer any of your questions if you're using that tone with us.
guys can speak and are kind of mean?
I mean, I thought he was a porpoise.
I would not have done all of that if I thought he was a porpoise. Innocently endangered is kind of against our values, and now I'm starting to
Who are you guys?
We're best friends.
I mean, what are you guys?
I mean,
It's pretty loaded.
I guess that's true. I'm a Hedge. I'm a swimmer. I'm a sick player.
All right, I'm going to try this one last time. How did you guys get here? Did you come from the water?
We're stuck.
We talked about this. That's defeated. We're not stuck. We're just stuck between like a Rockaway and a hard place right now. Also, my feet are really wet in the water, so my shoes
No, that's inappropriate. They're not trying to get
They could be trying to.
So we're just a little lost. If you could just like pull up like on Google Maps on your phone or something. Okay, but we're just a little lost right now. I can see the photo. You can just type in the third sandbar near the Coral Reef. We'll just be on our way.
Okay, I'm seeing sandbar contractors on 144 Beach, 118th Street, New York.
You know, I have a synth recital in 2 days, and if I cannot make it back home, I'm gonna miss the opportunity of a lifetime.
I mean, also ever since the storm hit last night, we've been stranded here, and we miss our families, you know, and everything we've ever known.
But mostly the synth.
Seriously, I mean, what if you should like Apple Maps or Waze, or like we could just like type it in. I have it here. Just give me your phone, like.
Oh, Apple Maps.
Did the water like wash off my face?
No, Saskia. I don't think you like pointing it out is very distracting, but I think everyone will notice if you start.
I don't think it is. I don't see it. Like it's an offer someone's made.
I mean, the offer is not on the table. Let's try to refocus.
Sorry, what? Okay, now we get it. We totally can. Let's continue.
Okay, let's try to refocus. Saskia, what was it? What were you saying about Waze?
Oh, you're driving me crazy. Anyway, I hate to interrupt.
It really doesn't feel like that.
I hate to interrupt, but it is really windy outside, and Saskia's hair is not really doing it for me right now.
Your hair is really not doing it for me right now.
You crossed the line right now. That was so
What if we take it inside to Ray's house so that we can better weather the elements?
Absolutely not.
You know, I don't probably my life is so full of not the same. But if you want the same, I'll play the same, and I can play the same as
All right.
day in and
You
day out.
could stay one night, but only because, as a writer, I'm really looking forward to a scoop, and I unfortunately think that the Rockaway Times will find You Sad Sacks to be a compelling story. But, no sin.
Hey man, it's getting really hard to hear because of all the wind. I guess that's why they call it the Windy City, huh?
Would you stop that? We're not friends. Oh God. Are they playing the synth?
This is a song about things we are scared of. This is a song about things we don't like. This is a song about things that eat us up inside. This is a song about the middle of the night. I'm scared of humans and dogs and toothbrushing.
I'm scared of change and books and land dysmorphia.
broad as the ocean, and it's kind of what makes them special. People don't stare with affection here like they do back home, you know? They don't see me. I want to feel beautiful again, or at least normal. It's easy for me to make friends, but up here I get the feeling that what you look like really matters. And where I come from, everyone looks so vastly different that there is no real beauty standard.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say that I'm pretty good looking by both your standards and back home standards, but I do get your point conceptually.
I miss the calm of the deep. I miss the waves pushing me to sleep. I miss being a part of the great unknown.
Hey, I hate to interrupt this clearly under an emotional moment, but I need you to know that when you do that, like your hair, it messes up in the wind, and like I have to come back here and
What if we make it back home and no one remembers?
What if I've forgotten how to swim?
What if Swamp Monthly goes out of print?
What if I never learned what Swamp Monthly is?
What if I smell differently?
What if I have to keep applying green makeup forever?
What if
You know, as a Pulitzer Prize nominated writer, when I'm stuck, pun intended, and when I'm anxious, pun not intended, I like to write lists to help myself refocus. For example, I brainstormed a list of ways to get swampies back home if you're interested in hearing.
I don't want to hear it.
Number 1, everyone gets displaced. It's key to plan your next steps accordingly. Number 2, do follow the leader. Do follow the leader. As the head writer and leader for the group, it's important that you obey, adhere to my commands.
I thought we were doing like a non-hierarchical
Number
thing
3, do tip your tour guide well. Walking ain't cheap, and I'm really losing precious time brainstorming and drafting my potential article for the New Yorker.
Let me see all that. Number 16, don't play the synth. Your particular musicality won't be helpful in any way and might hinder your journey back home. I'm sorry, but my particular musicality is the only thing keeping me afloat.
Okay, brilliant. Number 29.
I can't believe you said that.
Not get slime everywhere. Actually, my slime's like what goes up the most people.
See, now don't we all feel better? Plus we have some ideas about how to get home. Saskia, would it help you to make a list about the ways we can get you back home?
Number 1, cross-examine a pufferfish. Number 2, call out woo woo wee woo into the wind. Number 3, chew a piece of kelp, and if it tastes like nutmeg, you're on the right course. If it smells like cinnamon, you're in for a Waldo trouble. Number 6, throw your shoe into the sea foam, and if someone pops up asking for a size 7.5, you're going the wrong way. Number 7, follow the slime until it disappears.
To be honest, your delivery is making it really hard to understand your list. Let me try. Number 8, learn how to speak Seagull.
I already speak Seagull, I was just being generous.
Number 9, sing the Swampy National Anthem and see who joins in.
I mean, if you're begging, I can try to play it on the synth.
No!
I want to be part of this. Number 10, give up and get reconstructive surgery on your whole body to
It's the whole thing,
that feels like something else is happening psychologically. Number 11, form a lost on land group and see who joins. Number 14, post a letter to the editor of the Rockaway Way.
Okay, it looks like this is making you feel worse. If anything, Sab, do you have anything you would like to share?
Okay, yeah. I don't feel like I interpreted the prompt correctly. I'm more so just like wrote about the fact that like obviously we're all gonna die here and we're never making it back home. So like how do we cope in the meantime? Number 1, plant a tree. Yay! Number 2, know your neighbors. How sweet. Number 3, remove part of your brain. The big part in the front and the small part in the back. It doesn't matter. Number 4, plant a pollinator garden. I love the monarchs. I just learned what they are yesterday. They taste so good. Number 4, spend time in nature. It's like home, except everything is different and nothing will ever be the same. Number 5, am I dying? I feel like I'm dying. I feel like everyone and everything around me is dying. Number 6, run into the water. Don't look back.
Pages and pages of this. Feel the rocks between your toes. Maybe they hurt. That's okay.
Yeah.
Number 16. Actually, I take that back. It's good if the rocks hurt a bit. Feel something, anything. I think I'm numb. Number 17. Turn around and look at the shoreline. Why are the buildings so tall? Why are the buildings so close together? Why are the buildings so close to the water? Where did the birds go? Why are there no more beach grasses? Number 18. A bird comes on you. Number 19. Where did the bird come from? Number 20. Oh my god, is the bird laughing at me? Number 21. Throw rocks at the
26. I changed my mind. I do want to throw rocks at the bird. Number 39. Actually, should I throw rocks at the bird? Number 40. It looks like the bird is charging at me really fast. Number 45. The bird is going fast.
It's only 8:30.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hey,
look.
it's supposed to be open till dark.
No, and I understand that. And look, I hate to be a party pooper, I really do, and I don't like to break up a beach party, but look, you have all your food out, so you're taking up a lot of space on a Saturday night.
All right, come on, asshole. You don't
Okay,
have a
first of all,
permit.
watch your tone. Okay? Do you think I like doing this part of my job? You think this is fun for me? Okay, listen, I hate it. When I was a boy, slash girl, slash teacher, slash good mother, I don't think that exactly a verified essay work permits and working at beach parties. Also, sorry, what the heck are you?
We're slumpies. And if you're going to use that attitude with us in front of all our friends, we're going to have to do it.
So don't tempt me with a good time.
It really sucks because we were hoping that you would help us with the ins and outs of the city to help us out.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm off the clock. I really wish I could help you.
Well, that's the last time I tried making a new friend.
A friend?
Look, can you give us a minute?
You know, I'll give you 30 seconds. And I'm being generous because I like you. Wait. I'm
Said
gonna
that
glass
out
it.
loud.
I got you.
Okay, guys, I think we should invite him to join us.
I think we should eat him.
I weirdly agree.
I agree too. I don't know, I just like the energy of agreeing.
I think if we want our best shot at getting home, someone that actually knows how to beach works, you know, like help us. If he can't help us, then maybe we can just like lead him, you know.
Okay, first of all, I can hear you're not really good at this spring or hunting, but you know what, I'm really able to do that. I'll help you, but it comes with a cost. Friendship.
I've been here the whole time, so I could just help you find your way back home. I kind of already
Alex, welcome aboard.
Wow, I can really creep.
Hey, Swampy.
Hey.
I have a theory about why it's been so hard to get you guys back home.
Okay. That we like really don't want to go back home that badly because maybe our friends, and I'm not naming names here, they don't really have time to go to our concerts, and then this is like the only like quality time that we have to spend together. Because back when we get really busy and our schedules don't align, just like
Really think that's it.
yeah, I don't.
No, I have a sneaking feeling that it has something to do with climate.
You're using pretentious language and it is friends.
Okay, well, climate change is something that everyone should know about. Like Spoorti. What do you think climate change is?
So it's like when in 2012 if you're doing a miracle and you have to stop using gel and use hairspray instead, gel contains plastic.
Okay,
Plastic
Spoorti,
is
I'm gonna
killable.
stop you right there. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. Alex?
I don't know, but I want to be included so bad.
All right, everyone sit down. I read an article in the Washington Post about this, so I'm basically an expert. Okay? Before we start, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Hi, I have a question which is, can I go use the bathroom? The show is actually a really long time. I have these bathroom all day and I'm really worried.
No, Spoorti.
Can I touch up the paint? It's fading and a rhinestone fell off.
Nope. Alex?
Can you hear me? I feel like the waves are really loud. I'm not really
No.
sure. Okay.
And that's enough questions for now. Okay, if you want to understand climate change, pretend you and the Earth are best friends. You're a good friend to the Earth, like through recycling or planting trees or going for walks instead of driving or reading my Substack. Check me out at rayofsunshine.substack.com. then the earth will be a good friend to you. And the storms will be gentle, and the temperature will be mild, and everything will feel calm most of the time. If you're a bad friend to the earth, like through wasting a lot of paper, or pour slime into the sewers,
I don't think that's bad.
or throw plastic bottles into the ocean, the earth will get mad, and the storms will be angry. And it'll be hotter in the summer, colder in the winter, and the skies will be covered in smoke. Your friend, the earth, will be mad at you. More importantly, I'll be mad.
That feels like a
In fact, I am mad.
relationship, actually.
I feel like I'm not explaining myself clearly. Is there anybody else here who knows what climate change is? Anybody? Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, do you know what climate change is? Good enough, yeah. Thank you.
Why
Anybody
did you
else?
say that in the first
Anybody
place?
else? Anybody else?
Oh, I have a question. Okay, so like, what about all the like American corporations that are responsible for the majority of emissions and contributions to climate change?
Shut up.
Wow. Okay.
I have a question. My synth is working, not working. Do you think that has something to do with climate change, or is that like a battery thing? Or maybe we should just sing, the climate's changing, my friends are changing, and I am changing too. The climate's changing, my friends are changing, and I am changing too. Everybody. The climate's changing, my friends are changing, and I am changing too. It's so nice to sit together.
Hey guys, I'll be back in an hour and a half, so no funny business, aka no sin.
It's broken. Where are you going?
I'm going to my writer's group.
Oh, can we come? Come.
We're invited.
Oh, exclusionary thing.
It's not exclusionary, it's just intentional.
To be fine, I'm like fine with being exclusionary as long as I feel. Also, obviously, I know what a writer's circle is, and you know what a writer's circle is, but there's so many like cross-cultural differences between us, so if we could say out loud what a writer's circle is.
The writer's group is a space where talented writers like myself, or gifted prodigies like myself, or insecure, overcompensating, struggling artists who are clawing their ways to make a name for themselves. Like people that are definitely not me.
You're laughing, scary.
You guys
He's so cool.
meet once a week to discuss a particular topic of choice.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Well, we're writers.
I'm sure you can write, but we're invited.
Do you like think we'll like embarrass you or something?
Do you think we're like too slimy or something?
Oh, it's not about the slime, but it's not about the slime.
Do you think we like won't take notes well? Because I actually love constructive criticism, and it doesn't like erode at me inside, and then I'm like passive aggressive to the people who like care about me and see me grow as an artist. Because like why did I pursue craft? It's all about like feedback and iteration.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
do the same
yeah.
thing or
No,
feedback. Like why is that?
No.
Listen to me. Claire.
I think most people, specifically Ray,
Oh, yeah.
are like that. But Ray, this is not about you. Ray, why don't you show us what you wrote?
Well, I mean, our prompt was to write about the world ethic.
I don't know, it's kind of basic.
Yeah, it's all the nose.
Even though it was like yellow yesterday.
I think it was great for the resources we were given.
Well, I can read
probably
it
show us
like
what
I'm
you
not
wrote.
a
You
sync-based
think
artist.
about it.
Since it's work on LinkedIn, maybe I should learn new skills like reading and performing.
All right. If you insist. all right. Go sit down. Give me some pomp and circumstance. Come on. Has the world ended, or has it just begun? The trees look happy today for some reason. water is no longer sobbing. The squirrels awake from momentary slumber. And on the other side of the road, I see scores of people protesting. I don't know what it's for, but they have my support. While some days I feel too exhausted to move, today I'm leaping from table to table, hoping to meet a new friend. Sunshine shouldn't be the only indication of happiness. Storms can be fun too. Clouds sculpt themselves in perfect form just to precipitate the changing nature of things. Walking on an iceberg, knowing it has been alive for millions of years, but only knowing has been just a short time. Come on, what do you really think?
Okay, well, we have a few notes. Firstly, thank you for being so brave and vulnerable with us. It's so hard to risk. And left field, just to be like more process-oriented than outcome-oriented, right? Which is way more important in the first place. Of course, all these notes are just suggestions. So first, something I loved the line about storms being fun.
Right, snaps.
That was so good. I guess my first question is, what if the scores of people gathering in protest are protesting something bad? Secondly, I feel like you should be more specific. The phrase leaping from table to table, like, it's not a common idiom, and it, like, took me out of it, right? I was like, what is that? And then third, this is the most important thing. If you don't take anything away, take this away. You didn't really mention me by name.
Okay.
So I felt like excluded from the narrative. I didn't see myself in the work. I felt like angry and sad and sick, and I just like, I want to lie down. I'm very much
So we're gonna fly right past that.
Sure, yeah.
Other than that,
Right, but that was a good note.
I have a few notes as well, which were that I loved it.
Look at me, goosebumps. I'm
First of all,
shaking. You're such a good writer.
Other than that, I've never really heard or seen or quite frankly smelled anything like that before. But it was just really didn't answer the prompt.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was also a very short piece, which is why I'm confused how that took you like 3, maybe like 4 weeks.
You could have done
right?
that spot.
So like, why don't you let me and Dad try performing a few pieces like in front of you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, how about this? You let us actually workshop a few pieces, and if we're on our best behavior, or we like don't bite.
Pages of this slam poetry.
We actually like to think of ourselves as
Non-narrative, anti-disciplinary storytellers. But yeah, if it helps you to like put a label on what we're doing, to genreify us, then like I guess.
Something that's really important to the writers group is that we all tell first-person stories of things that belong to us or have actually happened. Otherwise, insecure or amateurish writers end up writing about abstract concepts like gremlins and goblins, and that's pretty inaccessible to most people.
I mean, I feel like stories about gremlins and goblins are actually really accessible to most audiences. Like, I think a really clever and accessible parable, but take what you're saying in faith.
Okay, so you want something more serious? Why don't you what about this? Shave my face, but there's no hair yet. My biggest fear is that there will be no trees big enough for my kids to climb. Is the cliff the beginning of a descent or the end of a climb? When we are all gone, we will take it all with us. But now, right now, there are some sinking and taking us all with them. My biggest fear are optimists are the worst kind of people.
I feel like that piece relied a bit too much on the movement and they're meant to stand alone as written pieces.
All right. Ray, you want something maybe a little bit more optimistic? Maybe I'll give it a shot. You know, I'm so sick of the woke PC media telling us what to think. Who's ready to hear what I really think about storms? Which is that I feel like every storm feels like the world is starting over again. Am I right, ladies? It's not a hot take that a storm is a new beginning, but I'm saying it louder and better and, if we're being honest, sexier than it's ever been done before. The earthworms come out to play, and I want to eat them. Maybe with some ketchup, maybe with some fries, I don't know. The water is so still, it's like no wave has ever knocked me off my feet and sand swooped deep in my nose. And whenever the rain ends, I feel like something big is going to happen. And it makes me feel scared, but actually, I like that. Thank you guys so much. I'll be here until Thursday. You can all clap and laugh.
Like, I'm a vegetarian. So you want something more soft, more abstract, more sensual, more. No, I think they want sensual. I think they want sensual. How about this?
Saskia, stop! Can somebody get them? Come back!
Into the water. Not letting your
I got an impulse, and I followed the impulse.
To the show, Spoorti. I guess you're trying to help, but it's really breaking this tension.
Right! I just stand on the sidelines even though I have a lot of interesting things to say about the planet ending.
Okay, well, Ray, it feels like nothing is working for you, so let's try something else. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a pretty successful player of one singular Japanese synth from 1987 that I bought from eBay.com.
Yeah, and it's all you talk about.
Okay, you listen to me when I talk? This is a little song I like to call It's Not the End of the World because your breath smells in the mornings. It's not the end of the world because I'm real good at performing. I want to make sure, even if this isn't working. It's not the end of the world even if the sky is storming because we're here.
I said those.
And I'm listening. It's not the end of the world because you're being kept on performing.
Versus this.
No, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I'm looking for that. It's not the end of the world even if the bees stop swarming because we're here.
Something about this song just makes me want to sing. It's not the end of the world because there's sea glass to be hoarding.
Is this a duet now?
It's not the end of the world because there's caves to be exploring. It's not the end of the world even if it's all transforming because you're here.
Guys, there's something I have to share with you guys. I feel like I've been keeping in this really big secret.
Well, we just met you, so everything about you is really a secret.
Well, I'm not just a park ranger. But there's more. I need help with the pen.
Okay.
I am incomplete. I need my pink synthetic. Oh! Thank you. It's human. I'm an artist. I'm ready to partake. It's not the end of the world because there's self-tapes I'm recording.
You know this song.
I don't. It's not the end of the world because my agent thinks I'm charming.
Your agent need a synth player?
No, it's not the end of the world even if when the rain is pouring because I'm here.
I feel like we did like 2 or 3 rain or storm-related things. Should I,
Now
like,
I'm
edit that
feeling
out?
left out. It's not the end of the world, cause riding is rewarding.
Oh, yeah, Candy.
It's not the end of the world, cause my bracelet's good for pawning.
That's really bad all of a sudden.
It's not the end of the world, even if the planet's warming, cause we're here.
Aw, you said we.
It's not.
Yeah, my makeup is not conforming.
Why is it problematic when I say it and not when you say it?
Isn't it? It's not the end of the world, cause Jug Beat's good at drumming. It's not the end of the world,
bedtime stories, or really all variety of stories. I'm actually in talks to write a creative nonfiction piece about the problematic history of bedtime stories for The New Yorker in 5 to 7 months pending editorial approval.
We don't read The New Yorker.
You really should. The annual membership is quite affordable, and there's great student discounts for the most top-tier universities.
You should be reading like Swamp Monthly.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Are they mostly reported or print?
We don't know what that means, but neither. There are these snails on a mossy rock, like a group of them, like southwest of the sandbar, and they ooze their goo during low tide, and then you have to like interpret it before the water comes and washes it away.
That's funny.
That's not funny.
Not
It's
funny.
like a feminist Marxist commentary on modes of knowledge production and distribution. And yeah, I used to have a column for them about ways to hold dolphins accountable, but okay, it's funny.
Tell us a bedtime story.
Yeah, or tell us a dirty little secret. Tell us a little secret and I promise I won't tell. Tell us a secret and I maybe won't tell.
Sorry, are you telling or are you not telling?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell.
Did you hear someone asking for a touch-up?
Actually, yeah, I was afraid that you were gone and you weren't going to give us a touch-up.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's particularly scary because it's a true story.
Oh, scary stories?
Yeah. As a writer, I find great pleasure in attending a variety of reading and writing retreats. What happens at the writing retreat stays at the writing retreats.
Oh, wait.
Am I right, ladies?
What happens at the writer's retreat? Like, is there flirting?
Also, we're genderless, by the way.
Okay.
No, there's no flirting.
Also, I like your shirt. And just to be clear, that was not flirting.
Anyway, I was particularly excited for this one because it's the first retreat I'm sponsoring. However, this one individual, who shall not be named, so don't even try asking,
Did it?
who shall not be named,
You can ask.
don't even ask, because
I feel
I'm
like
not
now I
saying
want to
anything.
ask.
Don't even try it.
Okay, who was it?
Holds some jealous rage towards me and just ruined the whole night. A dash of lightning and the howls of wolves was enough to strike fear in everyone's hearts. Tonight was a night like no other. There I was, walking home from about many charitable events. Many charitable events.
I hate charities, especially the ones that rescue dolphins from tuna nets.
Oh, what, do you have some kind of prejudice against dolphins? Or is there some sort of swamp monster dolphin beef that I can't understand because I'm a simple human?
I mean, you are a simple human.
Yeah.
But charities are full of top-down white environmentalists.
And that's surprisingly fine.
Also, I think all dolphins should die.
I decided to walk home this
Well,
evening because...
actually, I kind of have a scary story to tell. Because, of the serious nature of my job, I don't always get booked. I don't get booked for, like, funny stuff. I get booked for serious drag, panels, documentaries. But I never get to do the group experiences. I never get the night of 1,000 Lady Gagas. I just want to be included. I'm spontaneous. I can be fun. What? Do I come off like... I mean, come on, she's a whore, she's a vamp, she's the life of the party. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not just some hermit machine, and sometimes I just want to be Gaga.
You're my Gaga.
Aw.
Sorry, can we refocus on the bedtime stories?
Oh, yeah.
Look, I have one. Has anyone ever heard the story of the glaciers?
I don't know what that...
Here's the problem with you, Ray.
Stop putting quotations around Ray.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ray. Anyway, maybe it's a people problem, maybe it's a Ray problem, but, you guys just don't know where you come from. So in Rockaway, which, by the way, me and Saskia have never called this Rockaway. We speak in this, beautiful, otherworldly language. How do you say it? It's Italian. We had this dual language program in our high school, and it wasn't a private school, it was a public school, but it had a really well-funded language department, I guess.
Well-funded.
Actually, so my sister sent us to Italy our senior year, but there was a big oil spill, and it was whole big deal. It didn't affect me personally, but I actually wrote my college essay about it.
That's nice.
Yeah, I talk about it a lot in therapy. Also, my therapist is a snail.
The glaciers.
Yeah, my therapist is a snail, and my dentist is a pufferfish, and my dolphin, my primary care physician, is a dolphin, and she doesn't really know what she's talking about. Does not know. Anyway, the glaciers. So, 1.5 million years ago.
Oh, so a couple days after Saskia was born.
I'm ageless.
I was born in a very specific year.
What year?
It was a very specific year of time. Glaciers made their way down the continent, picking up dust gravel and rocks. Everything that once was became as smooth as Alex's brain. You know, sometimes I think the glaciers coming here is sad because all change is sad and scary. But it's also like the first storm, or at least the first storm I can remember, lodged between facts about The Simpsons, like the episode where they go to like their like home and like Cape Cod and they do the thing, and then Bart like does the thing to like Lisa where like they can. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And like also facts about being a stilt artist.
I think I was a glacier in a past life, not because there's something of like destruction and rebirth, but like also because I'm like cold all the time.
The glaciers sound really scary.
You sound really anemic.
I'll get blood work done. I think you're afraid of nature. I mean, I don't blame you, but nature is like a judge controlling life and death. I remember when I first became aware of this, like one dark and humid night, the kind where you're covered in a layer of sticky sweat, the kind that makes everything buzz. I saw a burst of lightning 5 cheek claps away. Alex, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But the sound of thunder didn't follow. If you're a friend of storms...
I am a friend of storms, but I think they don't really like me like that. Do you think I'm like coming on too strong?
You probably are. But dangerous rain, satanic mudslides, horrible flooding. Forget a Sunday night dip in the mud bath or a run through the Phragmites. I remember waking up to water.
The water sounds scary.
What, are you afraid of the ocean now or something? I mean, what is it? Is it the waves? Is it the deep? Is it the creatures? Look me in the eye and tell me it's the creatures.
It's not the creatures.
I think it's the
That's
creature.
what I thought.
Racist.
I mean, I could understand if you like don't know how to swim, but like look at us. I mean, look at me. I mean, everybody loves me back home. I mean, everybody wants to marry me.
I mean, I don't know if that's something to like strive towards. I feel like marriage is this like patriarchal, outdated institution. But...
Well, I have the longest toenails.
Okay, well, I have the most bug-filled hair.
No one smells worse than me.
No one's scales are shinier than mine.
Why do you always have to bring in the scales?
Why do you always have to rub the halitosis in my face?
You know, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this too.
Okay, guys, wait. I know what it's like to have halitosis. You know, and you know, on land, it's not something to be proud of, and that's okay.
That's not what this argument is about.
Yeah, I feel like the halitosis is like obviously a metaphor for something more complicated.
Okay, I was just trying to understand. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is, it's complicated. Oh, music.
Sorry, is this an answer?
I guess so. Go off. Honestly, go off. Right?
I think. Alex, I feel like you were in the middle of like a big revelation. I'm wondering if you could continue what you were saying before.
Well, I mean, doesn't that answer your question?
Not at all. Look, but I'll
really
try to
asking
like,
questions.
I'll try to read between the lines of what you were saying. When you were saying head underwater, now I can't breathe. Yeah, okay. Were you suggesting that we run into the water before we get back home?
As a writer, leave the lyrical analysis to me. I believe when Alex said tonight.
Tonight. I was listening to that.
He was suggesting that you both go back into the water.
That's literally what I just suggested. Also, I don't know, like it's kind of complicated. Like, don't you kind of like it here? Like there's glitter and there's crop tops and like, yeah, my stint doesn't work, but maybe I'll become a whole new person.
I mean, I feel like we have to give it a shot, right? Like we spent the last like, I don't know, like 45 to an hour.
Like 35.
No,
Like 45.
definitely not.
Okay.
Like discussing and like crying and like trying to sing a cappella. So I feel like we have to have some kind of resolution.
Yeah.
You know?
Should we just?
I think we should.
Fight.
Wait, take me with you. I mean, I'll be real. I'm bored here. You know, I don't really get to my journey. Like, plus I kind of look like a mermaid. I feel like I look cute underwater anyway. You know, I don't really need my job at the the parks. I'm not a walking permit anymore. I don't have to be ruled by rules and regulations. Fuck it.
Now I'm feeling left out.
Where did everyone go? Ray? Saskia? Did they just leave me? They just leave the set to get eaten up by the tides, the mats, the synth, everything? Did they forget about me? Did they forget about you? It's nice being alone. I didn't mean to say that aloud. But I kind of feel like that guy in the Twilight Zone who's left alone with all these books and all the time in the world to read them and no one to bother him until his glasses break. When will my glasses break? Not literally, I don't wear glasses, but is Alex gonna return with a 6-hour drag look for me to do on my birthday again? Is Saskia gonna smear off all their makeup trying to do a split while I tell them, dear God, your body is not supposed to bend that way? Or is Ray gonna play lip liner to me again? It's always lip liner to me. Will Sam play the synth again? Will I play the synth? No! The world is starting over, but it's not supposed to sound like this. The world starting over should feel loud. Should I go? I can't swim. But maybe I could try.
Thanks for braving the elements and coming to your show. We have our final performances in September, on September 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd. So if you have any thoughts, please feel free to share them with me. We'd love to hear them. Also, definitely come to your show. The